Whoa, we're getting closer. What's going on? Woo! Yeah, look who's behind the reindeer. Woo! Whoa! Whoa, not yet. Woo! Woo! Almost there. Not quite. Not quite, but we're getting closer. Stay with me. Right? Yeah. So not just yet, but we're getting oh so close. Thanks for studying with me today, Unit 5. We got our practice test review going on. Here we go. All right. So number 1 looks very familiar, very familiar. So if I was you, I'd go ahead and break it down as small as possible, right? Because 10 breaks down into 2 times 5. And m to the 4th power, there's like 4 of them. And 15 breaks down into 3 times 5. Let's write it all out and cancel stuff, right? Do that on the test. So 3 times 5 is 15. We have 1m. And we have 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 m's, all divided by 2 times 5, right? 2 times 5 is 10. And so that, then we write out our m's. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 4 n's as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look how we broke it down as small as possible, right? Now let's talk about our restrictions. So remember, it can't be 0 in the bottom. And if there's just a letter by itself, then the restriction is 0. It says list all domain restrictions. So m can't equal 0, and n can't equal 0, because then you'd have 0 in the bottom because they're all multiplying by each other. So then we can now go ahead and Fruit Ninja. Woo! Fruit Ninja. Fruit Ninja with our rainbow pen. Fruit Ninja. So what do we got going on here? We got the 5s are going to cancel, and 1 of the m's, and 4 of the n's are going to cancel. So what do we have left? What do we have left? Well, we've got a 3, and we've got 3 n's left, so that's 3n to the 3rd power, divided by a 2. And 3 m's on the bottom. So we got 3n cubed over 2m, 3n cubed over 2m cubed. Nice, nice. Okay, looking good there. Number 2, factor the top and the bottom, list restrictions, and then cancel stuff out. So make sure to pause me. Oh yeah, remember? Yeah, you gotta try this on your own. Don't just copy, you're gonna fail the test. Make sure you pause me. I'm waiting. Pause me. Try them all on your own first, then push play, see how you did. Best way to learn, only way to learn. Okay, maybe not the only way, but definitely a best way. So we got x and x. Factors of 4 are 2 and 2. Sine middle term goes with a bigger number. Oh yeah, they're difference of squares, so there is no bigger number. But one of them has to be positive and negative to cancel out the middle terms. And then in the top here, in the top you got x and x, factors of 6. Probably 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 plus 3 is 5x. So we have 2 restrictions, a negative 2. We've got 2 restrictions there. We've got a negative 2 and a positive 2. And then our x plus 2's cancel. And we're just left with x plus 3 over x minus 2. Now remember, that's x minus 2 in the bottom, right? That x minus 2 is connected in such a way that you cannot cancel the top of the x and the bottom of the x. Addition, subtraction, you can't do division. Multiplication, parentheses, you can do division and cancel stuff out, but not addition or subtraction. So that means we're just going to circle that as our answer. Okay, we're going to take a look here at number 3 next. If it lets me. Here we go. Okay, we're going to do some factoring now. We're going to do some factoring. So we have x squared plus 2x minus 3 all over x squared. Ooh, look at that top part. What do x cubed and x squared have in common? And you have x squared plus 4x plus 3. So let's go ahead and factor it. So you got x and 1 and 3, plus and plus. And then you have x squared by itself. Don't want to be all by myself anymore. If it's all by itself, it's a 0. Don't be a 0. It's a 0. Restriction R. If you put a 0 in there, then everything gets multiplied by 0 and everything goes away. So 0 is our restriction. So x can't equal, right? So x can't equal 0. And what's the next one? What's the next one? -1 would be bad. And -3 would be bad for our restrictions. For our restrictions, cool. So we found our restrictions. Now we just need to factor the top and cancel stuff out. So x and x, 1 and 3, sine middle term goes to the bigger number. Minus 3x minus 1x is 2x. Pull out an x squared. So when you pull out an x squared there, pull out an x squared, when you pull that out, you're left with x plus x squared divided by x squared is a 1. There we go. So now we have an x squared on the top and an x squared on the bottom, and we can cancel them. We can also cancel the x plus 3's. And we can also cancel the x plus 1's. Whoa, everything canceled except for the x minus 1. So our answer is x minus 1. Answer is x minus 1 for number 3. Number 4, we need to keep, change, flip. Remember division? Keep, change, flip. So this becomes multiplication. And this goes x minus 2. And this goes 3x plus 3. Right? Yeah, so we keep the first term. And then we change the sign from division to multiplication. And then we flip the second term. There we go. So we have x squared plus 2x minus 8 all over x squared plus 4x plus 3 times 3x plus 3 over x minus 2. And we got a factor. Factor the top, factor the bottom. We get 2 times 4 is 8. Sine middle term goes with a bigger number. We got 1 and 3. We got 1 and 3. Nice. And then over here we have an x minus 2. So we have 3 restrictions, it looks like. Uh-oh, more than that. Remember, keep, change, flip. There was a 3x plus 3 in the bottom. So we actually have to use the restrictions for this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, so x can't equal a -1. -1 would be bad, as well as a -3 would be bad, as well as a +2 would be bad, as well as a -1 would be bad, which we already have. So we're golden, So we just need to factor this guy actually. Let's factor this guy. So we can pull a 3 out. And so divide by 3, divide by 3. There we go. Okay. So now we can cancel stuff out. Fruit Ninja. So we have our x plus 1s we're going to cancel. We have an x minus 2 we can go ahead and cancel. We still have a 3 and an x plus 4, as well as on the bottom an x plus 3. So our final answer would be 3 times x plus 4 all over x plus 3. Cannot cancel the x's, cannot cancel the 3's. Whee-oh, there's our answer. Nice. Okay, keep, change, flip. You try it on your own first. Whee-oh, try it on your own first. Keep, change, flip. Try it on your own. Okay, let's see here. So we get 12x plus 6 all over 21x squared minus 21 times 6x squared plus 9x plus 3. Wait, keep, change, flip. So division becomes multiplication, and then we flip it. So we actually have 7x to the third power minus 7x squared. And that goes in the top because we're going to flip it. So then 6x squared plus 9x plus 3 goes in the bottom. Wow, what does that factor into? That's crazy sauce. Maybe a 2x and a 3x, maybe? And then maybe a 3 and a 1? Yeah! Because 1 and 3 is 3x, and 3 and 2 is 6x. And add those together, we get 9x. Yeah, we get 9x. That's good. That's good. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so we factored the bottom. Now we can pull out a 21. And when you pull out a 21, you're left with x squared minus 1, which can factor more. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. 1 and 1, minus and plus. Okay, so we did lots of factoring there, you guys. We did lots of factoring. We're not going to worry about that now because we did it down there. And then just bring this down, bring this down. Okay, let's see here. So what are our restrictions? X can't equal. So x can't equal a positive 1, a negative 1, a negative 1/2, and a minus 3, and then divide by 3. Yeah, another negative 1, which we already have. Okay, what about the top? Because that was originally in the bottom. That was originally in the bottom. So we pull out a 7x squared, and we're left with x minus 1, which we already have a 1 there. So we're good, we're good. So those are our 3. No, you're missing one, Newbold, you're missing one. What about this one? This was originally in the bottom. The 7x squared was originally in the bottom, and it has its own exclusion. Yeah, 0. Almost forgot the 0 when a letter's by itself in the bottom. I know it flipped up to the top, but originally it was in the bottom. You have to count it. And then we have a factor out of 6. So that's 2x plus 1. Okay, Fruit Ninja time. Fruit Ninja. Okay, let's see here. So we have a, let's see, we have a 2x plus 1 that's going to cancel. We have a, what else do we have? I guess this one actually factors more, doesn't it? Yeah, this one factors out more. So we can pull out a 3 and we're left with an x plus 1. Okay. Let's see. What else cancels? We have an x minus 1. X minus 1 that cancels. Anything else? Anything else? So we have a 6 times 7. 7x squared. So that's going to be left in the top. So 6 times 7x squared is 42x squared in the top. All over. What's left in the bottom? What's left in the bottom? We have a 12. We have an x plus 1. We have another x plus 1. So we have a 12. We have a 3. That's going to be 36. So we get a 36 times. We have x plus 1. We have one of them. We have 2 of them. That means it's going to be all squared. Woo! So the only other thing we can do is divide by 6. Divide by 6. So we get 7x squared divided by 6 times x plus 1. All squared. No, it can reduce more? How can it reduce more? I don't think it can reduce more than that. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that's the right answer. I'm not going to use the answer key because I don't think that's right. Right? Okay, number 6. Where are we at? Whoa, we're only at 14 minutes? Dang. Okay, we'll do 6 fast and then we'll be on to adding subtracting in our next video. So number 6, let's see here. So we can pull out a 7. Pull out a 7. Good. Pull out a 7. And then over here, we're going to keep change flip. So 3 goes here. X squared minus 5x plus 4 goes here. Factor is x and x, 1 and 4, both negative times a negative is a positive. Pull out a 3, we get x plus 4, because 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then we have our 5x as well up there. We've got our x plus 4 still to worry about. So let's see. So our exclusions are for number 6. X can't equal a -4, a +1. Flip it up to the top, we got another +1 and a +4. Yeah, because originally that was in the bottom, a +1 and a +4. Yeah. Okay, so there's our exclusions. Why not 0, Newbold? There's a number by itself. Well, it needs to have an x there, so it's not going to be 0. Yeah, it needs to have an x there, which there's not. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. What can cancel? So the 3's can cancel. The x minus 1's can cancel. The x plus 4's can cancel. Then what do we have left? We have a 5x left. And we have an x minus 4. X minus 4 is left. All over. In the bottom, all we have left is a 7. Wow, that's a crazy answer. Yep, that's what we got here. Looks good. Looking good. Looking good. So adding, subtracting rational functions, you do have to get a common denominator first. This is not solving, so you cannot eliminate the bottom, but you can combine the top over the bottom once. So this one you want to factor first. Always factor. Always factor a first. Always factor first. So always factor first. So then we can pull out an x, and we're left with x plus 1. And so this one is done. This one is done. We have the LCD. Least common denominator is x times x plus 1. And so we want this guy to also have an x plus 1. And now this person's happy because they have the same common denominator, x times x plus 1. But if you do x plus 1 to the bottom, you have to also multiply to the top. Right? Right. And then, there we go. Awesome. What's up? And so then this one is missing an x. Missing an x to the top and bottom. So now we're going to go ahead. All 3 of them have a common denominator. We're going to distribute it through. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 1 is 3. Right? Minus 2x plus 1, so plus 1, all over the denominator once. Way-o. And then we want to combine like terms. So 3x minus 2x is 1x. And then we have a 3 and a 1 is 4. So our final answer there is x plus 4 all over x times x plus 1. Nice. Oh, we forgot our restrictions. So our restrictions are 0 and -1 is what our restrictions are there. Nice. Okay, so see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Everybody in here in the room, say bye. 3, 2, 1.